What are you reading, Luke?
I'm reading the latest issue of OPA. There's this really cool guy on page 72.
Yeah.
And I just think he's a bit of a ending myself.
Oh, he's a bit of alright.
Yeah, not too bad.
So listen, you're in Brizzy because you're performing at Black Star Cafe.
Yeah.
Tell us why.
Because I'm a poet, and Black Star Cafe is a place that supports local artists. And I started a performance poetry night there called Words or Whatever. And it's still running, even though I moved to Melbourne about 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago now. My friend Thomas, who started Words or Whatever with me, has kept that event going since I've been gone, and now it's still flourishing. And I've been back in town for a couple of weeks just on a holiday, and have asked me to come and perform and do a full feature set back in my hometown of Bris Vegas. But I've been included in an anthology of poetry from second generation Greek Australian poets that was published by Australian Scholarly Publishing. It's called Aegean Light and Southern Sun. If I've got that wrong, they're going to kill me. Nick Trakaki from Melbourne is a legend. He edited that and put it together, so it's a really good book, and I'm in that, and I performed at the launch of that in Melbourne, and the publishers that published that book asked me to come and have a meeting with them, which was very nice. Went well, and they offered me my own book of poetry, and possibly, pretty sure it's going to have a CD in there of audio stuff, because my stuff is much more performance based rather than something to read, only read. It's also good to hear.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, that's coming out on September 10, Brisbane Writers Festival.
Fabulous.
But I'm also going to have a launch in Melbourne and probably Sydney, so watch out for them.
Okay.
The other massive bit of news is that I decided to change my name.
Right.
So,
you're getting it first here on OPA.
Yeah, here it is. This is the scoop. I've always done my poetry as Luka because I feel it's more personal, and I've always done my hip hop as Lesson MC or Lesson. But I felt like I was separating my worlds, and people would know me as an MC and wouldn't know really me as Luka at all. And people would know me as Luka, and when they saw a poster that said Lesson was playing here, they wouldn't even put 2 and 2 together and know that I was playing. So I've put 2 and 2 together for everybody and made my name now as Luka Lesson. So everything that I do is going to be Luka Lesson, whether it's hip hop stuff or poetry stuff or the book that's coming out or rapping on someone else's EP or album or something, or whatever I'm doing. That's the name that's going to go with it, so that everything comes under one picture.
Excellent.
But my yaya still knows me as Luka Haralampou, and that's okay as well. I'm currently the poet in residence for the Melbourne City Library, so on Flinders Lane in Melbourne. I'm the poet in residence there, so I've got a bunch of stuff I need to write, and I'm at the library 1 week of every month. You can check their website, the Melbourne City Library, to find out when I'm there, if people want to come in and learn or show me a piece and get me to help them to write something. So I'll be doing that. I'm helping some poets tour from New York in September.
Great.
So that's called the Global Poetics Tour, and there's a website for that. I'm pretty sure it's globalpoetics.com. And so I'm helping that happen. So I'll be performing with them in Brisbane for the Writers Festival. They're coming for that for my launch, and then I'm performing with them in Melbourne and doing a bunch of stuff, workshops and whatever. They're really amazing people. Jive Poetic, Mahogany Brown and Ken Archive, 3 amazing poets from the US. And then I will be going headfirst into my organisation, which is called the Centre for Poetics and Justice. So I will be promoting and doing workshops and, hustling like you do for business, and hopefully doing some great work. I've got some really amazing work lined up with some great young people to make poetry and hip hop over the next couple of months, and just keep on rolling, write the next thing. The Melbourne Overload Poetry Festival Slam is coming up, which is the slam that I won last year, so it'd be nice to hold the title 2 years in a row. I don't think anyone's done that yet.
Yeah.
And I've been commissioned by the festival to write 15 minutes worth of poetry in response to an Indigenous artwork at the National Gallery of Victoria. So
Oh, wow.
I have to write that, and 15 minutes is a long time when you're a slam poet and you're used to writing 2 or 3 minute pieces.
So tell me, if I want to find out more about you, or if I want to book you as an artist, where do I go?
The best way, even though I know some people can't stand it and sometimes I can't stand it, one of the best ways is Facebook. So I have a fan page on Facebook, which is just Luka Lesson, LukaLesson, or my personal page is the same name as well. Or you can just send me an email at lukaislesson@gmail.com, so LukaIslesson@gmail.com. And just get in contact with me. I don't do the manager thing as yet. I'm totally cool handling my own business, and it's good to keep control and make decisions that I think align with my ethic and with my politic, and I don't get put in situations that I don't want because of someone else's decision. So yeah, just get in contact with me and we'll line something up. And check out the website for the Centre for Poetics and Justice as well, www.cpj.org.au. So cpj.org.au is the place to check it out.
That sounds great. Well, we look forward to seeing you perform tonight.
Cool, can't wait.
Athena, the goddess my ancestors once worshipped, still sits perched upon the columns of the Acropolis, make no mistake. The circling bird that would sit on Socrates' shoulder, whispering to the ear of Pythagoras, and who wiped the tears from my great 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 grandmother's face, came to me right after my Trojan War, as I laid upon the ocean floor, covered by the weight of my own tears, by a crevice of brothers who I'd lost, who should now be men, a shipwreck of a lover I may never trust again, and a barnacle-encrusted rubble of a love that should have never come to an end. She came to me. She loomed as large as my own pain, spread her wings to be the size of my own faith, and motioned me to take from her that which would now be used to inscribe my own name. She closed her eyes as I grasped the feather, and hardly quivered as I ripped the quill from her chest. "Take it," she said. And as I did, I saw the millions of ships that she had witnessed, thick with my fellow countrymen, soldiers, pirates, all writing notes home to their wives on lines of papyrus. I saw Homer writing the Iliad and Odyssea, prophetess Elias writing love letters to Medea, Achillea reading scrolls to the minions, and Plato just taking a note before he voiced an opinion. I saw them all, and at that moment, Apollo stood forth, took the quill from my hand, took the black sticky ink from the most ancient squid and filled it, and said, "Luka, may this ink come to your defense as it has for this squid against every fisherman who has ever lived, as it had for every anarchist, freedom fighter and activist. They'll say actions speak louder than words until your words make people act like this." At that moment, King Constantinos stood forth and sang, Christos anesti ek nekron, thanaton, thanaton, tisas ke tisentis mi masi zoi tamechamenon. Luka Haralampou, he said, "Your name means light, joy, illuminated. Your first name is the same name as the first saint who painted the first icons that line our churches and are worshipped every day. You shall not be afraid." At that moment, all of my ancestors stood forth and said, "Luka, use this quill so that when your great 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 granddaughter is in pain and needs to be freed, may you then come and stand with us so we all can give her exactly what she needs. May our air in your lungs speak new words with your tongue. Sikopano, stand up, son. You have only just begun."